Welcome back, everybody. Today's the last session of our React training or lesson, whatever you call it. It doesn't really matter. So what's the plan today? We will do React Router DOM revision. And after that, we will talk also about third-party packages, maybe Node Sass, just to use Sass, Bootstrap, how we use Bootstrap. And Bootstrap is, as you know, it's a CSS framework or library, Bootstrap, Foundation, Material UI, Semantic UI, styled components. All this helps you to write CSS. And the moment it's related to time. And also, Katarzyna, you asked me NPM. What is NPM? Why we install NPM packages to each projects you have asked? And I think I will answer this right now. But before that, actually, I have to have a React project running, okay? So then to do that, I have to create a folder and I call it week 8. Yes. And then I can create this miscellaneous or whatsoever. I don't know the name of the project. I call it because we will learn in that different things. Maybe I think I can just start by npx create React app, and I will call this again React Router DOM revision, and we will do step by step. Yes. What is NPM? I think it's very good to define NPM as the word refers to an node p package and management. Node package management. What does that mean? The first time NPM used to use just to write packages only for node projects, and the way we handle is actually now that way. Maybe what does that mean still now? Or maybe I have to start a node project here and it will be easy. What does that a node project looks like? It's so easy. Let's start here. I can oh, what is this? Yeah, I can say a node practice. Yeah. Then I can open it instantly here. Yeah, I prefer like this. And I call this git, not git actually, sorry, npm init. So what does that mean? I'm creating actually a package. Package.json like this, and it's asking me package name practice. So it's going to be now I am about to create a package actually, and it says do you want to call it? If I write something new, it takes, but if I don't, it will take this as an default. Okay, take it as it is. Version, the version of the package. Is it the first version, or if I want, but it's the first, so I don't want to change description. This is just a demo of a node project or something. Index, maybe I can start with up.js or something. Yeah, or I can leave it as it is. Command, you can write git repo, just I don't want it for keywords, maybe JavaScript, node. But you can leave it also express, maybe. Author, you can put it just empty, or maybe you write. Okay, then license, you make MIT or the different versions. Yeah. Is this okay? It shows what I wrote for this and it's show me like this. Yeah. Okay, yes. If you just click enter, it just finished for you. Okay, now let me open that just as in a separate thing. By the way, what we do is just different from what's running, right? What's the node practice? Yeah, it's here. Let's open. Have you seen, guys? What file do you see here?
Packages.
Yes, so as you can see, and the name is npm practice, the version is 0, it has some description, the file name is, after you write also, you can change it here. Maybe you can call it server.js, server.js or app.js, it doesn't matter. I usually call it server.js if it's in the node. Okay, then so far it doesn't have anything. Can I add packages? Yes, I can say npm install, for instance, express. I want to add express. Mongoose at one, as like, for instance, if you have a space and if you write different module names or package names at once, you are installing different. Remember, so far we don't have in the scripts here, we don't have package yet. Actually, not in the scripts, dependencies. We don't have dependencies yet. Remember what it looks like now. After I install, let's see, Express. Just give it some time. Yeah, in Express has been installed and it should be somewhere. Have you seen dependencies? Express has been installed now. Okay, let's add more. Maybe npm install moment. Maybe another moment. Mongoose. It's a database schema. Maybe .nv. It's something related to environment variables. Let's see for this. Yeah, it's installed now. By now, I should see my package, the packages that are responsible for this application. So this application should have these packages to run. They are dependencies. Okay. And we have dependencies and dev dependencies. Now let's install dev dependencies, for instance. Maybe test if I install, for instance, just npm install and just is actually a testing tool, and dev, I can say it like this, dev, that means it's going to be installed as in, is it save dev? Yeah, sometimes if you don't actually installing as say dev dependency npm. So yeah, save dev, something like this. I will explain the difference between dev dependency and dependencies. First, let's see the installation first. Okay, I think now let's see. Now we have two dependencies. Dependency categories. As you can see, this is dependency and this is dev dependencies. Okay, dev dependencies are packages that we use when we are developing to test and also to improve our productivities. We don't need them during deployment. Yeah, after it deploys, the application doesn't need these dependencies. But these dependencies are dependencies the application depend on. Is it clear between this?
Yeah.
Yes. So to answer this question, what is NPM? NPM is a way to handle different packages. What are these packages? Yeah, different package. Where are they now? They are in the node module. Okay, why we install them not different? Because different projects need different packages. Yeah. For instance, if I'm doing React, I don't need Express. I don't need Mongoose because it's just only front-end part. Yeah. Even it depends what. And if I'm using Node, I don't need like Material UI or Bootstrap or any front-end or CSS frameworks. But this Moment, for instance, now I'm using it because time can be used in the backend or in the front end. Yeah, so for instance, just to start, because this, if we want, just to show you also, let's call it this index or server. Where am I? I'm not sure where I am exactly. And I may just server.js. I can say const express, then require, because the way we import is a bit different when we are working on Express. And then actually I have to say const Express router. So this is the way we handle the then actually app.get, and you may have, I'll explain, request, response as in a callback, and then maybe I can say send, send, no, response, send, hi. But here, listen, and we have to have a port. The port should be maybe 5,000. React usually runs at 3,000. We may say console.log v, maybe app is running at port 5,000, just something. If I run this, actually, it will start a server. This is the list we need to run a server. So I have to open this. And different. So to run it, I call it the JavaScript list in the JavaScript file this. So node.server, like server.js. I have some problem. Module. What does it say? Cannot find a server. No, it's not a very web express. That's okay. Maybe I can check from other codes if I have some problem with Node. I have lots of express. If I go to the server, I may have this app. Yes. I think I don't have to call this the router. This could be enough. And still I have a problem. App.get, this is the route, the home route request, and let me see that. Output listen. Oh yeah. Okay, I have also problem here. Writing. The port should be coming here at 5,000. And the callback comes later. Server run. Try it again. Go ahead, still some problem. Well, let's see, for instance, one route. Oh, it doesn't have any route. Why? Maybe I have to go to another route. Yeah, that could be a bit different, but it's okay. For this is Express.js. Because there's just a getting started boilerplate for us to hello world. You need this port, and yeah, maybe I can even copy this with no. We have imported Express and we invoke it, and we have the port, like let's change to 5,000 because I use it for React, and it has been called here. Yeah, I think, let me try it now. Oh, I think cannot find a module. The server, why? Server, because the file name was wrong. Let's see, it has been, no. I thought Kirsty is here. Kirsty usually helps us here when we make a mistake. Okay, that was a tiny mistake. Just, yeah, now as you can see, our server is running. So that means this is the backend. And where do you get it? Here, localhost. You should change this to 5,000. Oh, guys, now you are almost starting the backend. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, if you check this down, maybe I can say another route. It is so students, and I may say this. H1. Hello, students. And then if you see now, I have to refresh it, and I have to go to students route. Yeah, but why? Maybe I made a typo again. Yeah, the problem is I have to stop this and rerun again. Yeah, that is horrible, right? I will show you some technique to stop that. Hello, students. Now I have to again install something. I can install it here, or we have here again, npm install nodemon. Maybe I can stop it because I don't like to install nodemon as in a dependency, instead a dev dependency. Save dev. Because I want you to understand the difference between dependency and dev dependencies. But now, actually, now we are almost learning backend. Okay, so let's see what we have in the dependency this, but in the dev dependency we have nodemon. Why I installed nodemon this one? The reason why, if you remember, I refresh it, it didn't work. I have to run this now and again, so that is not easy for me. Just stopping this and running again. So now instead nodemon and the name of the file. After this, nodemon is so nice. When there is a change in the file, it will help me to update, and I don't have to come and stop the running server and restart again. Yeah, so now maybe let me show you how we create students. What are my students name? I may show you some kind of a JSON file named Kirsty, and age 21, and skills, maybe she may have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And I will copy this to all of you. Of course, I will adopt. And then Julia. And but it sounds like Julia, but it's okay. And now we can go for Maria. And I think everybody shouldn't be the same age. There should be a bit of a difference. And this is sample, and everybody should have UI designer, and additional also here React, and here a Python too. Yeah, now maybe I can just leave this data at the top here, but you know, it's a simple data structure. As you can see, you see arrays. Inside the arrays there are objects. Okay, then up, gate, and instead we may call it students API. Okay, then response, request, and then we may say response.json, I think. Yeah, and then we can pass students. Now, if I go to here, because the home is already taken as, even the home instead, we can even say it welcome. Welcome to the backend. It's a backend application, so this it's the home and the students, maybe I can say most of the time API, the version and something it has, but now since it's a quick fix, let's say students and then API. Now r.json is not a function, but let me why what is the oh, we just saved it. Yeah, because nowadays it's so smart. Students. I will just send it. And it will be response to send is not a function.
Sorry, I noticed that in the last update get res and track switched places. Does it influence?
For some reason I wrote it in the wrong way. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, I go for JSON. Yeah, then now it should be recognized. Yeah. Do you see something you're familiar with? As you can see, now we have for, yeah, this is the kind of, yeah, now you're about to develop an API, but today's lesson is not all about the backend. Let's get back to our lesson. Yeah, it took us a long time. Anyway, so the reason why NPM came at the first time, it used to use for Node, but now we can use it also for React. Yeah, so as you can see, we have the node and the important already. Most of the important packages are there whenever you just install npm, but here the most important for this package are the especially this, the express, moment, and mongoose, if I am going to use them. Yeah, for now, even I didn't use the others. I just used only moments, express. From this, the dev dependencies, I used the nodemon to refresh, yeah, to restart my page, my application. Okay, now I have to stop this nodemon, Control C. Yes, I'm done, and I'm going to do that. I hope Katarzyna, did you get an idea of why we need?
Yes.
Yes, that is. So we can use it in the front end, in the back end, anything related to a JavaScript package, we can use that. Yes. Okay, now I think this should be ready. Let's start our application. This, I can open it. I'm in favor of this Git bash, and I want to go to here and maybe CD week 8 and CD React. Yes, and npm start, right? The reason why npm start works because, as you can see, if you go here, yeah, this React script is here. So npm knows that it's coming and spinning this part of the code, the script. Yeah, so now it's here. I want to put it the other side, and it's a good idea to put this. And the point today is to revise, or in this part, is to revise the React router, and it will be really fast because it's a revision, right? Revision. Yes, who doesn't like revision? Everybody loves revision. And let's just remove the unnecessary part. Where are we here? Yes, I think by now you are a React ninja, and let's just destroy this. Great. And of course, there's nothing here. I may just create a different apps. For instance, home, yeah, the home page. Who doesn't like to be at home? Everybody loves to be at home. Yes. And you may call it sweet home. Yeah. Okay, then let's just call that, and I call it home. Yeah, just it should be coming. Yes, maybe I did have extra, and I don't really like any kind of semicolon in my code. Code is about. Who doesn't like to talk about himself? Everybody, right? And let's just say about me or you. Great, this one. I think so far this is so easy for you. About. Great. And now maybe contacts. Honest. Contacts. And let's create contacts. H1 contacts. And let's also call this it. What do you think? Is it clear so far, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 3 components and you just hold them here. But you see all of them at once. In the meantime, actually, let's also install our React router DOM that's responsible for the routing. We didn't have it yet. So we have to install it. Maybe there might be already an open shell. It's somewhere else. I can destroy that. Maybe, yeah, this looks like it's there. Okay, so I have to check there. Where am I? I think CD revision. Yeah, so npm install React router DOM. If you ask me why I'm installing, because I want to make use of the React router DOM to make routing on my application. Yes, great. Now, until that, let's just create more honest courses. If you remember last time, courses or a course, we have another component, and let's just put h1 and the courses. Because in this, these are beautiful React components. They don't have much information, and they are doing just explicit return, right? But depends on the information we put in that component, we will refactor or change it. Yeah. Yeah, now maybe it's not a good, I think there's no any way that you can hide one of the information. So maybe we can put here your UL, and you know how to make this routing. Yeah, so maybe we can say home. Yeah, and then I can say href. I can say to the home. That's good. I can duplicate this a couple of times, and we can have some kind of that's the about, and maybe that's the contacts, and of course I have to change this to about, and this also has to be changed to contacts, and maybe it's better to make it similar and lowercase. Okay, good. And I think we are left with one. Maybe I think that is, oh, sorry, I think I destroyed my courses because you have courses. Yeah.
Sorry if I may ask.
Yes.
Instead, we use a link. Why can we use link or nav link?
Both are okay. There's some minor feature differences, but it's okay. You can use either of them.
Okay.
But I think the nav link has more features, and it seems for me it's recent. And for instance, last time, both are okay. Both are okay. I think that's my answer.
Yeah, because last time you have to change this A to link or nav link.
Yes, I remember.
So that's why I asked again.
Yes, both are okay. Both are okay, but because right away I didn't manage to remember the how to make active link using the link, then I just chose nav link. But both do have active link, both. But I just didn't remember the syntax for the link. Both are possible. Okay, still it's installing, so let's just keep it.
You went muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was lifting my table, so you will not be distracted by that. That's why I just muted for some time. Okay, good. Still, it's installing. Now, let me take you to the project. Remember, the node module is just a place where to store all the packages you install. And when you push it to GitHub, it will not be pushed. And that's why we need this, the git ignore. Yes, this means we are discriminating to push, so it will not be pushed. So, and anything relates to this, the fav icon, do you know this fav icon? The fav icons, it will be here. These are also related to the fav icons, manifest.json file. If you want to develop this progressive web app, do you know progressive web app? Okay, let me show you. If a website is a progressive web for instance, is it? Of course, we are developing it. For instance, the Express website, it's not a progressive web app. Let's see this one. If it was, it may have a plus sign here. Most websites are not. For instance, yeah, this is more related to create a peer. So you will see a plus sign here. That plus sign allows you to create an icon on the desktop, and that icon will help you to launch the website. So it feels like a mobile app somehow. Maybe let's see. Yeah, one of the thing, and if it's this progressive web app, you can also add this offline feature. Offline, sometimes when the internet is not available, so the data is already on the phone, so users do not getting trapped the right way. It has also that possibility. So whenever you develop that, so actually a couple of codes here, make a script and a couple of changes in here. Robots.txt is actually to avoid or allow users to scrape your website. Yeah, this is just a place where you put. But actually, this doesn't prevent it, but just to put that you put an information to allow or disallow. Some big institutions, for instance, Twitter, if you disallow your website, they don't scrape it. Facebook, they don't scrape it. If you have this, if you disallow it. Maybe what I'm telling you sounds complicated because whenever you share a website or a link, have you seen a photo comes? Have you seen that photo? Just one photo, a card photo show up with the link. Have you noticed that? Maybe I can take you to LinkedIn. And yeah, for instance, someone shared this defeat take. I'm sure he didn't put this photo together with the link. He just shared the link. But now you see this photo, right? Yeah. So sometimes LinkedIn, to get this photo, as in we call it, what is the name? Graph, open graph image, open graph image. So sometimes you may search also how to put an open graph image in a website. So this LinkedIn as an application has to go through this website to come up with this the open graph image of the website. Yeah, so if you disallow searching, LinkedIn will never touch it. That's what I meant. But you don't have to understand this in one go, guys. I'm just adding you additional information. All the scripts, the codes we write will be here. And most of the time, we may need some structuring. Today, we have to do some structuring. For instance, assets. In the assets, maybe we can divide the assets also into different, maybe images and maybe also CSS or styles. Then maybe if you have other things, you can also put there. And then all the styles and the images will go there. And then also, of course, we do also components. The components file go there, here. Then we don't have to be distracted by social media. And okay, the git ignore I told you, any file you want to be ignored by git, you put it here. And this package look, actually today, for instance, if you install some package, React, let's see, React Router DOM, we installed it, and the version is 5.20. So this package look actually lock the version. Lock the version means it will be as a reminder whenever you use it again. We will not install the latest or the previous old. Instead, it just install exactly this version. Yeah, but this means actually 5 or above. This actually the versioning, this 5 or 17 or above. Oh yeah, so the package.json, it's like a shopping list, as I told you, the name of the package. Yeah, but for this case, it's not the name of the package, more the name of the application. And the versions, I don't know what is private, it came in recently, and dependencies. and the scripts, the different scripts to that works. This is to run, for building, and also for testing. Yes, and yeah, the different yarn lock and package lock are the same, because now I have installed both npm, and you see those together. Yeah, that is all. Let's get back. I think there's a mic. If you don't have any question, you can mute your mic. Let's see if our, yeah, it's running. It's running. Okay. Let's get back to the coding part. So now I can navigate, but I think to do that, I should have the React router DOM. And we installed that, import. I think all the React router DOM, they are actually as in a sub component. So we have to have the browser router and the route, the link or nav link. You can both keep them and alternatively use them. And when you finish, you can remove the package you don't need. And anyway, browser router, route, link, nav link, we used this last time, if you remember. And then we use switch as in a capital, because the reason why we make them capital, because they are components. And redirect and prompt. We didn't talk about prompt with router and something like that. Is there any route we didn't mention? Okay, no. So you can say, hey, route. Then this route actually is a component by itself. But to use the route, you should have, yeah, you can go and read this. Maybe it's very good information you may get. Sometimes the warnings are very good. Module not found, cannot resolve. But what? It doesn't sound, because we have it there. But instead, that's not a very good warning. But I think what you should do, if you are if you have a plan to apply the routing, you have to wrap everything browser router, something like this. And so as you can see, everything doesn't look good and your application is not even running. And I think what we can do, we should run it, rerun, we stop and rerun. Okay. It says the module was not found, but as you can see, we have seen it here. Yeah, it started working. So sometimes it may happen like that. We installed React router. So this is how you check. Okay, great. Now we wrap everything in the browser router, and let me think. I can use then the route. Route takes, yeah, I think it used to show some kind of complaint or warning, but it didn't. This takes two parameters. That is the path, where to go, and the component, what component to render. Yeah. And then now for this, for instance, I don't have to use that curly bracket. I can just put it like this, home, and what I want to render, the home component. And now let me just comment this out for some time. Yes, this is what we see. how about if we copy and repeat this, and then I call it about, and this should be also about then. Yeah. Then as you can see, you have home and then about, but as you can see, the home is lingering. Yeah, all the way. Now we can just even add the contacts, and maybe you can just use contacts, and then of course you can choose also contacts and see. Yeah, still the home is lingering, because what does these routes or paths in common? Actually, the slash is in common. So since the slash is in common, the slash is common for all, I can avoid by applying this exact. And now, yes, it vanished. Great. Now, even for instance, last time I told you that whenever, for instance, if you say about and additional slash, we can avoid that by adding strict. Exact and strict together, actually, yeah, it vanished, but it's not really very important to restrict that. Maybe there might be cases. Route, I can again copy this, and then courses and courses. If I go courses, guys, we implemented the routing already. So maybe shall we have a short 10 minutes break and continue? I hope you got the idea, and we can keep going after 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay, welcome back. So we've been writing these routes. As you can see, you have 4 routes: the home route, the about, the contacts and courses, and we managed to route the different components, and it sounds and feels like we are actually accessing different pages. Actually not. So if you remember, here I have created a components and a folder, and let's take them all there. For instance, I can call home.js, and now since we're very familiar with how to create, I can use this to create a functional component. And today even I will talk about this, what this means, prop types, and let's just put it there. And now I just want to say here h1 home suite home, and maybe we need more, maybe lorem. Does it lorem work here? Okay, it's not. It is home, and the best place to be for. Yes. Of course, we have to import that. So I can import it. Import home from now home. Now first I have to go to the components. Components and home. Why? Yeah, why? As you can see, it says that there's another home already declared 2 times. We can't declare it 2 times, right? So I have to remove it. Yeah, now it should work again. Now we don't need all these tiny components. Instead, we have to make other components inside here. And we can say about.js, and I think this can help me, good one, and h1. What did I write? I was trying to target h1. About us and contact. H1 please contact us. No, just contact us is good enough. Contact us is good enough. But guys, at the meantime, as you have noticed that installing a package is taking us a long time, right? So how about in the meantime, if we install a package, you know, while we are doing this, I can say npm, why is that? npm install moment. If you want to install more package, you can say bootstrap. Yeah, I can say bootstrap. Whenever I will show you, instead of just using only bootstrap, actually it's very good to use Reactstrap, the one I showed you some time ago. I think this is the React, that's okay, Reactstrap. Okay, the difference between that Reactstrap, React or whatsoever, that's not, the difference is actually, this is a component. Anyway, the Reactstrap has to use also Bootstrap. We have to install both to work. Yeah, so I will install npm install moment bootstrap Reactstrap. I think this is good enough for the time being. Yeah, and we will see, we will check this later. Now let's get back and just work on. So this is the about, this is the about, the contact, and I think we're left with courses. Courses.js, and I may say now h1 courses. Yeah, now we go to the app.js, and we may import all of them. Import about from components and about, yes, and import contacts from, yeah, from contact components and contact. Contacts is much better name, so I think I should call it again, rename it contacts. And it's good also to change all, if you may have also these contacts, and maybe it's here also contacts, and I have to change it everywhere. Yeah, great. Let me get back to the app, where I think now we are left with courses. Import courses from components and then courses. Yeah, I think after this, everything should start working. Yeah, great, because we connected. And now let's see the installation and make use of Bootstrap. Yeah, because it's so easy to use. We don't have to write much. Yeah, still it's installing some of the packages. Then let's just keep going. Now you know the basic routing. As you can see, you have basic routing. And last week, if you remember, we even changed this to a class-based component to have a state. But do you think, guys, now do we have to change this to class-based component to get to have a state?
No.
No, because it's possible to use hooks and you can access the state. But something we didn't implement, for instance, if I write something about, and if I say about me, still I can see this person, yeah? It's so we have to use the switch. Maybe the switch, you remember, I just wrapped everything I have inside switch. It's not only that, actually, I will have also one route, and then the path is going to be, I don't give it any path component, and it's going to be this component. H1 not found. Not found because I didn't close this. About me, as you, well, for some reason, the about me, how is that possible? Okay. Let's say courses, and if I write HTML, I was expecting, so I think we should implement exact, because that's really not something we want to happen. Yeah, have you seen now the difference? Yeah, without the exact, even we were managed to access about me. There's no route like that, but we accessed that. So it's better to do it something like this. If we want to do that, maybe we can also, but it's okay now. This is one of the way I want you to do it. Now I want to access import React. If you say, remember, use state from React. You have to, you don't have to have this one, this part if you don't want. You can just import the user state. Okay, then we can make use of, but to be honest, I'm in favor of this function, this row function than this, so I have to change it. And then I may write here, const is logged in, and set, or maybe handle, set login, and use state. What do you expect? A Boolean, right? By default, just false. And then we can write here const handle login, and you may see that. But if I want to have a button somewhere, where do I implement that button somewhere? For instance, I can put this the button, a button, and it's going to be login. No, but why it doesn't look like a button? I made a typo. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't happen. Yeah. Okay, so we have to attach it on click. When we attach it, we have to invoke it, handle login or handle login. Handle login sound fancy, but it doesn't matter. You can write anything which is easy for you. And log in, and an easy way for me sometimes, just an easy and lazy way, alert and hi, just to see if it's connected. Yeah, yes, it is connected. Now I can use this to set logging, and actually I can just use Boolean is logged in. So as you can see, I'm flipping it now and then, but this never. So last time we used conditional rendering to change this value. I will show you. Okay, you use curly bracket. You need a curly bracket. Is logged in. If it's true, so if we logged in, if we are inside, we have to go out. So log out. Else we have to log in. Yeah, and this sound good for me. Now, as you can see, we toggle. Oh, great. Now, in the meantime, we learn how to use the conditional rendering and we use React hooks to handle the state. Yeah, but still, as you can see, our page refresh, as you can see, it's refreshing. Why? We did forget something. We did forget something. What did we forget?
A prevent.
Hmm?
A prevent default.
It's somehow similar, but now we are not submitting anything. And how do we prevent that? Here we have to do it differently. The thing is somewhere around. You should think about somewhere around.
Maybe link.
Yes. And we don't use this, the href, so we have to change this. So I have to change this. I have to change it to
Nav link.
Nav link. And that's going to be 2. Instead of href, it should be 2. And then I will change this to also. Have you seen how I change it the lazy way? It's really good sometimes. When you change your mind, you can just change it instantly. Now let's see. It is so nice. The user, it's like the user experience, the feeling is really good. You just navigate with now refreshing. That's the power of modern JavaScript libraries. Not only React, most of them works like that. But last time, if you remember, we want to prevent this course. The course should be prevented. It should be accessed if the user logged in. Okay, how do we do that? Actually, we did something like this. You have to have this, you have to do some kind of a callback, and you have to call this, and you have to have some conditional rendering here again. So how does it look like? Let's have more space for writing. Then what we should do is logged in. If it's logged in, what do we see? It should be the course, yeah? If not, we should redirect the person to home again, or maybe we have to inform him to pay or to do something else. Have you seen this? We're just doing conditional rendering. If you logged in, access the course. If not, we are redirecting it to the home page. Okay, home easy to access, about easy to access, and contact is easy to access. Courses, have you seen it? Just forwarded me to the home page. But now let me log in, and again, courses. Now, just to make it more welcoming, we can do some courses. As you can see, I can't, but if I log in and click courses, welcome to the courses. Great. Now, maybe how about if we have, I mean, in the courses, maybe if you have many courses, how do you handle that? Like course, HTML, JavaScript, and more navigation. How do we handle that? Now let's try a list
of links. No?
Yeah, yes, let's do that, like courses. And we can just do again your list of again nav link. Nav link, what is that? Nav link. Yes, and we can say course, HTML course. Of course, you don't see it here. I have to log in to see that. Why? Because instantly it needs the two, so HTML, at least not HTML only. Actually, I have to go to first courses and then to the HTML. As you can see, then when I click this, I have to access the HTML part. Of course, now it's going and it says not found. Yes, it's working according to our will, or so. Yeah, we don't have any information for that. So let's duplicate this. Maybe if we need a list for formatting. Okay, and then we can duplicate this at least for. We won't have how many courses. We can do CSS and JavaScript course. That would be enough for a demo, right? Okay, CSS course, and then this JavaScript. Course. Of course, we have to log in even to see the course. Yeah, now as you can see, there's something. And now the plan is to navigate also in the sub navs or menus. Yeah, not found. Yeah, because we don't have navigation for that. Of course, we have to have route to here for this. When it's clicked, we have to have some routes. Then the route for that, do we have any HTML? We don't have HTML course here. Honest HTML. Yeah, HTML course. This is a component by itself, and I have to render it. Here, and then h1 HTML. Introduction to HTML. I think this would be good. And where am I? It would be nice if we have the HTML is a building a block of any website. Yes. Then we can modify this for CSS and for JavaScript too. And then I call this CSS. Yeah, this seems HTML and CSS, no, CSS course. Oh yeah, CSS. Bring all the beauty you can add on a website. I don't know if it makes sense. Let's say JS course, and I call this interactivity and dynamic content. I don't know. I don't have to go much. Let's just for a demo. Then this takes all the time a path, right? A path. We can just give it the path. For instance, we have courses and then HTML. For that path, we can render the component again, and the component name is actually HTML. And let's see with the first course, and if we succeed, why route is not defined? Yeah, then as you can see, we don't have route here. Then we didn't import this, by the way. The VS Code just helped us, just imported, so we can add the route here, but why it didn't do for us for route? Now it should work. Yeah. Okay, go. First I have 2. Now if I go here, not found. Why? Let me see the route. courses and HTML. So let's see the routing diff. This is what I have, courses.
Maybe is the component should say HTML courses. No, not one, but courses.
Where is it?
40 between 41 and 42.
For courses.
Like name of the component.
The name of the component.
Green, this one.
The name of the component is it's okay.
Oh no, yeah.
This okay, but most probably it's related to the path. And let's log in again and try to access this. Not found. That's nice. Why? And let's see the path, courses, and HTML. That's what I see. Okay, let's see. You have to have a look.
Sorry, can I ask, what do you receive as props?
As a prop, it doesn't matter. We can leave it also empty for the time being because we don't make use of. But the props, anything related to the routing and anything. But now we don't. For the time being, we can just should access this. Why? Is there any? Okay, I think the easy way sometimes when I suspect if there's a typo or something, I copy it, but it seems there is no typo here. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, refreshing is not good because it let's me implement for others too. Of course, it's in CSS. And if we get lag for others, you never know sometimes. And this JS. Okay, maybe, yeah, maybe I think this needs absolute. Yeah, this needs strict. Strict and exact. One of that could be the reason, and we might get that. Welcome to the course. Okay, and I have to have exact in And I have to also use the switch over again, because now the problem is the not found is getting a chance to be selected, and we can avoid that. Route is up to here, and we can use the switch again. It's lingering still. Why? Okay, let me comment out the unfound this and we will see that. And I can implement it differently. Okay, but if I do this, and if I go here, of course I have to. Why? I thought we wrote something in the components. No? We managed to access for it. Seems it looks empty. Okay, but let's see and write something if it doesn't have. Oh, it has some information. But why we don't see it?
I don't know if it matters, but in the nodemon.js file, components in the root, they are in purple, and here they are in green.
Where?
For example, line 40, between 45 and 46, this JS course component is in curly brackets, not this name. It is in green, and in the app.js somehow the same are in purple.
In the app.js.
Okay, I use 47 and purple names.
Component it is yeah, maybe it's one inside because it's somehow in the browser router, so it may be because of that. Let me see again what we have. Courses. Should really work. Courses.
Do you use uppercase for courses or lowercase?
It's lowercase, as you can see. Maybe I can do some other method. Okay, what I can do, we can also turn off the not found there for some time, and I will show you some other way of handling. Okay, where is courses? Let's print the props here. What do we have inside the props? Console.log, and I can just print props. And to see what is in there, I have to click first here, and now it seems empty. Definitely this could be empty, but let's try courses. Yeah, it should be empty. True. There was something which I have missed. Yeah, because I will show you. Have you seen this? Now this courses doesn't know the routing history props. So now I want to pass these props to the courses like this props. And I think now when I'm printing, I should get something. Have you seen now? Because it didn't get the history of the routing history, and because of that, it was hard to access it. Yeah. Now, as you can see, it has a history of the path. Have you seen? Yeah, we get the history of the. Of course, this is coming from the course. I have to click it on the course. Actually, we can make use of this. Okay, as you can see, the path is courses. Okay, good. How about this one? Yeah, but you don't see anything. Let's see that. Where are we? I have to be in the courses. So instead of doing this, actually, we can inject or make use of this. But someone said that uppercase and lowercase. Well, what do I say? I'm expecting it's the same thing, but I have seen also. Oh, this is uppercase here for some reason, and that could be also one of the major reasons for us to be blocked, but still it's blocked. But it should be the same case, okay, guys? Yeah, I couldn't see it. So now what I can make use actually these courses. How do I access? It's inside a match. So I will show you. Let's go to the courses again. Console.log, props.match. Then let's just see the match, what we get from the match. Yeah, this is what I got from the match. From the match, actually there is, we can goes for path. Dot path. Have you seen it? It says courses. Maybe we can use this here as in a route. So how can we use it? Can use this. Then I can use this. Props. Now this props dot match dot path, and then reach them. I think we can do the same for all. And then it will be in the same. This could be CSS. This could be JS. Yeah, that's string interpolation in the JavaScript thingy. Yeah, you know, everybody knows that. But I think I forgot the slash here. No, but I didn't. Let me see, what do I get? Am I getting with a slash or not? Yeah, I'm getting with a slash. So I don't have to add slash in here. So it's just already good. So now let's see. I think now I'm expecting, oh, there's nothing happening. No, by now I should see the courses. Yeah, where are there? And let me see the JavaScript. Okay, if I have this problem, I may check previous codes I wrote at some point in time. Okay. Because I don't have any idea why this. React DOM, I think I may have some example already. Let's see. As you can see, maybe topics is a bit similar, and yeah, even this doesn't have anything, and it just works. As you can see, page one, page 2, page 3, and it's rendered here. And okay, let me go to the app.js. Yeah, it should be, as you can see, the props has to be sent to also the topics. Something wrong is happening there. Let me see. I feel in stopping this for some time just to says courses, right?
It may be the case. Maybe it should be in curly brackets all this path. It seemed in the previous code it was. You showed it right from GitHub.
Yeah, it's true.
This one, you mean
The code you saw on your
courses here?
Path name.
in your GitHub.
And so yeah, okay, I'll show you back. It's most probably, where was it? It's here or here. Yeah, but in the courses, right? The courses section, the topics section. You mean this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you put in the curly bracket.
Yeah.
Like
Now it's in the curly bracket in our case also, as you can see now. Of course, we are extracting the props.match from the params. Let me just, as you can see, I'm getting that the courses. Let me see this part. Now link. Let's copy that code if it works for us. Because it's an example. And we can fix that from there. I can just copy everything we have here and we change it to the courses. And yeah, if even it should work like this without much change, and let's see, and it's the courses. Yeah, something wrong. So no, it's wrong in here. It seems.
or maybe you should restart the server.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking somehow, because it seems. Sometimes such kind of things happen, so you get over it. No, it's a serious problem. Oh yeah, because we don't have topics. Yeah, I have to change to topics. Just to make it similar to the new code. So this should be topics. What? And I have to change from here also. No. What does that the code looks like here in the main route of the I should go to the navbar. It's the same. Can also
Sorry, is it possible to comment it out and then to check it one after the other?
Yes. Can start from here and then we can focus on one of the route. Topics.html. Now we're accessing this and formatting here to topics. No. The exact path also sometimes prevent us. I see that. So there is some. So the exact path is actually preventing me just to access additional, because this is not going to be only topics. Then at some point it has children and it varies, but the exact actually was preventing us from doing the navigation. So such kind of things happen. Oh yeah, that was not nice actually. But we can get used to them. Even I am in favor of now with the code I wrote at the very beginning. And now, as you can see, I am accessing did I change everything again? Okay, props.
Maybe you should check what you check in, comment in. Because
comment out. I think we need that. The part JS, it's good so far. we have to access the course and maybe the strict, also not a very good thing. They can just we have also here exact, which may not be important. Okay, then I have to go back again to the app.js and now then instead of this, let's just access the At this time, I have no idea why we couldn't manage to access. Oh yeah, we changed it. We didn't change everything because topics still. This one is topics. Words. Yes, sometimes when you do something like that, you may have and the others are still topics. Where are they? Yeah. Courses. Yeah. Okay. Does that just says all are welcome to the course? I thought it has some different message, and let's see the course component. No, it's not navigating for some reason. Courses. Yeah, I think now we're navigating. Yeah, so just some tiny details killed our time. Yeah, now this is everything you need related to React Router DOM. We covered something we didn't do before. By the way, this one, for instance, we've been attaching this. Sometimes there might be a case to use that. So does it really work? Then let's see now, after we fix everything. We can just start by one of the route. I can pass it here. Yeah, and let's see if we manage to access the first page. Yeah, as you can see, I managed to access it with this props.match.path. So if you, that means dynamically we're accessing this path. There might be a case you may need this kind of extraction of the navigation route. So it's very good to know. Yeah, in the meanwhile, so since we installed the Bootstrap, I think by now the Bootstrap has been installed already. But before that, we have to do some cleanup. For instance, we can add, what is this? Navigation active link. That's very important. Out of the box, you just get active link, right? And maybe it's also a good idea to take this to a component. Yeah, I can just call it somewhere here, separate nav bar.js. Yeah, yes, good. And you don't need this. And we will, but it's nav link. So we will have to do import nav link, nav link from not like that. React nav link from React router DOM. That's usually, then I have to import it. Import nav bar from dot components and navbar. And where do you want it to be? I hope you want it to be somewhere around here, outside the switch. Navbar. And of course, we have to see if it's working. You never know. Yeah, it's still working, but the button is somewhere there. And now let's restructure our code somehow. And then last time, if you remember, we just gave active link, active class name, and I call it active. And you have to duplicate this for all of them, and it should start working. Maybe it may not work somehow, but we will. Of course, we have to go and write CSS on here. Let's destroy everything. Dot active, maybe color orange. Yeah, it's so easy to just see. Oh yeah, but as you can see now again, the home is lingering. Yeah, now this doesn't allow me to get in. Of course, I have to get in. Now two are active, but that's not true actually. What's active now is just the course. How do I remove that? We implement this last time. Just remind me. Okay, you go to the navbar again, and this, since as you can see, this slash is common for all, then just change this to exact, and then it will be okay. Now, as you can see, we managed to. If you make also to add that, you do the same thing for this navigation. Where is it? Actually, I have to go to the courses and I have to apply the same here. Yes, good. And good. Good. But here, since it's different, you don't have to apply this exact or whatsoever. Then it's just start working. Yeah, as you can see, of course, this should be active. And after that, this and this. Great. Now, one thing we didn't learn is actually, I will show you, where is it in the nav. If you remember browser route, you know how to use route, you know how to use nav link. We have used it, but now we don't need it here. Okay, switch, we have used it. Redirect, we have used it too. Prompt, we didn't use the prompt yet. How do we use the prompt? Okay, the prompt, for instance, when you're writing on some social media or something, you wrote something and you forgot to send it or post it, and when you try to refresh the page, it says, do you really like to refresh the page? You will lose what you wrote or something. Some kind of notification will come, because that's a kind of a notification that keeps your data from vanishing, actually. So then either you submit it, or if you change your mind, you can just refresh or reload the page, and you will not have that anymore. So I think you got the idea, right?
Yes.
Yes, so that actually comes, maybe I can have a look. Here I have seen somewhere implemented. I can go to the apps page. It's somehow we use it prompt. So we can write it anywhere. I think I can write it anywhere. For instance, here I can write it here. So it says prompt. When do we want to see the prompt? If the user is not logged in, then the message is going to be if location path starts with topics, now in our case actually courses, and we will say return you reached a premium section. So that means if you remember that we don't let this to be accessible by everyone, right? So instead of redirecting, actually we should have sent some kind of a message that says you reached a premium section. Yeah, and then it directed me to the home. Have you seen? You reached a premium section, but instead of doing this, if you are writing some text here, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Div text area, because this I usually see it in text area most of the time. So now, okay. I'm writing here something. Now I just left the computer, I forgot to submit it or post it whatsoever. Then when I return, I usually do, I may try to go this or refresh something, and what it says actually this. You forgot to submit what you wrote or something. So this the prompt help you to save your data from vanishing. I mean, it reminds you. Yeah, with this, we have covered everything that you need to know about React Router DOM. Great. Since we installed, what happened with this? I don't know what's happening here. Even I don't need this a div. Even I don't need the div I have. If I have anywhere, I don't need it. But something is not closed. Is everything okay? I don't know what that color means. Okay, good. Now, since we have already installed the React strap and the Bootstrap, now we can make use of. So I told you, you don't have to remember everything. You come here, documenting not only for this, for any kind of technology. You go to the official website and then read how to use. As you can see, we have to import the Bootstrap, and we have to put it there. I have to put it here in the source, in the index file. This is how I do. I copy it, and then I have to put it here somewhere, anywhere you want. Let's just put, and right away there will be lots of changes in my, yeah, there's a change, right? Yes, Bootstrap start working. And then, yeah, then again, how do we install the React Strap itself? This is how we install, and we did already. How do we import a button? Yeah, import button. Now, instead of creating our own button, I can show you how to make use of import button. From where? From React Strap. And then maybe instead of overriding what we had, I can say just button, and then there should be a name here. Of course, I call it sample for now. And let's see how to use. As you can see, if you want the color to be like this danger, so it takes a props. The props is a color. I mean, the color is a props, and you can change danger, warning, whatsoever. So let's go here. and I can call it color, then I call it danger. And then maybe I can have many kind of danger, warning, just a danger, success,
Info.
F4,
Don't worry. Info. Information. Info.
yeah, info, yes, good. Information, so info. Let's see, these are the common and most probably that, but you don't have to remember. So let's just this danger button. So let's danger, and this is just for warning a kind of button, and this is going to be success, and this is going to be info, and let's see how it looks like. So I'm expecting something, as you can see, we start getting beautiful, some kind of whatsoever kind of buttons anyway, but you can put them in a div, a separate div, and it may look different. I mean, you can, or you can add, at least for the time being, just this. There's the fix operation for the, yeah. Now, if we just want to also change our button, we can change our button. Hey button, change the button because we had already a button, right? And we have to give it a color. I think for this, I can just say primary. Our primary, they should have a primary. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, still it works. Now let's just have the some kind of a header for our webs. I mean, for our portfolio. Let's create a header. .js and React. Receive. Okay, then I may say header. And actually, I like to import the navbar here. By the way, you can just then tap, then React will. And I can just also import this one to the app. Maybe I think if you want to do it the lazy way, what you should do sometimes, I can do, where is the navbar here? Somewhere around, I can say header, and then you can see it here already, just tap, then it's already imported. I don't have to do this 2 times. I can remove it, and I can just take this button somewhere else if I want, but at least it seems it's not the right place. I want them to be below here. This could be anywhere because just instantly comes out. Yeah, so the point is now let's have a navigation. So then how do we search and how does it looks like a nav? Navbar. Okay. Have you seen this navbar? So it has some kind of a React. Oh no, that's not a good, because yeah, to make a kind of such kind of a collapsible navbar, we have all the code here. You can have also different types with this, they call it hamburger menu. As you can see, the hamburger menu, go down and you can here and take the code and make part of your, but let's at least make use of this one, the formal one. Okay, so what we can do actually, let's just copy this one, and but I have to go to more of the nav because we are working on the nav. But most probably I don't need all of them. We will remove step by step. After that, I need to import and take this code with me, all this. and remove something you don't need. I can separately work on this here. So now bar, color light, light extend, medium. This is a brand name. You may say call it maybe a portfolio, portfolio. Yeah, usually for a company, this is going to be then brand name. Collapsible, open. So is it? But now we don't need any collapsible, so we may remove this. Collapse. Navbar text, that's okay. So as you can see in this navbar item is actually a list, one item, and navbar link is, you know it already, it's the React router down, but this nav item is a list. So these are the lists. Do we need this one? We don't need, so we remove the up to here. Okay, so navbar item here, we can just keep it also there, but we can just get it inside here. And something collapse. No, we don't need something that collapses for the time being. Navbar toggle, no toggling for the time being. Yeah, this is what we need. Do we need the div? We don't need the div. And let's take this and put it here. So when we transfer, we should be aware of what to put, the about and all others. Yeah, I can. What's this? All. Yeah, I can do it outside. For instance, I can call this just the home. And just home. This is what we have, right? This. And we need the active because it may not have. And with this. Guys, do you follow? You just do copy and put. And as you can see, this it's not even changed to, for some reason, to a component. Then you have to change it to a nav link. But maybe it's better to change all the others later. First, let's see with just a few of them if it works. Now we have the nav and everything. I can just take this and maybe just even if I put it here, it should work. But yeah, so yeah, it's still working, but let's change everything. Now nav link, link item, about, and then another contacts and contacts. What else do we have? Courses, and that will be the last. And then after that, we don't need this. We don't need this. And we don't need this too. They are a list. And if we are so lucky, this should be working. Okay, what navlink? Navbar. So navlink has already been declared. As you remember, we navlink that, and this is a bit different. So, oh yeah, so I can just make use of that. Navbar. Identifier navbar has already been used because the has already. I can change it with a navbar, something like that, and we don't need all these. But as you can see, my component name and yeah, now it start working, and now it seems that no button is involving there. So what happened? Let's see. Let's figure out. Navlink and yeah, it's surprisingly the navlink they have here in I just let me keep import React link from Reactstrap room. Definitely this type will be changing. Module not found. Yes. Then there should be a component, I think. What the have you seen the problem, guys? They
like they use href instead of to.
yeah. So I think maybe there should have a component that works the way I want now. But now bar maybe in this case, then it needs some kind of modification. We can apply this the bootstrap now with the and what we can see, we can look for the class name for navlink. Class name for navlink bootstrap 4 or 5, and I will get it and make use of that. I think it's going to be navlink, so I can make use of this, and it will be working unless, and I will keep this class name. But I have to first see if it looks, yeah, it start working, right? Yeah, so I can just duplicate that, but it might they may have somewhere with a 2. Now I'm just changing their component. I'm not using this now, is not theirs, but it's from React Router DOM. And they use also something similar with, have you seen now? I just managed to fix it. And why don't, do you see that I don't see the active link? What's the problem? I don't see the active link.
Now we need another class on Bootstrap.
Yeah, Bootstrap override it. Bootstrap override it. Guys, now anyway, the point is you got just a very good template here, so you can keep working on that whenever you want, but I don't want to use all those buttons. So I just want to comment those buttons out, and it will not be the buttons. Shall we have a very short break of 5 minutes, and you will have a chance to breathe in and breathe out for some time. Yeah, and we'll keep going again. See you soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're around. And if you don't know Bootstrap, it's a CSS framework. So Bootstrap, I think now their latest version is Bootstrap 5. I could say, yeah, it's a very big and very popular CSS library. The documentation is like this. You can just make a good website in a short amount of time. Yeah, great. And we are not going to do here Bootstrap, or you can add the you can continue after this. But as you have seen that you can use the React-strap. The React-strap are components, but you can just use the pure Bootstrap. The difference is maybe I think this might not be easy for you. For instance, instead of writing the button component from Bootstrap, you can just write button. And if you just change the class name danger, I think in Bootstrap, you have to say btn and then btn danger. Is that? I will check, or maybe just danger. I can just try the different. Then I think I didn't put anything there. Danger button. As you can see, the danger button. So maybe I think if I remove this, it may not work. Yes, the btn is important when it comes to the btn. Even it's not so, I remember it's like this, btn danger. Yes. So the btn is actually to make it a circle. Then if you want to do another more, for a btn will be remain the same. This will be info and change it to info button. And you don't have to use this, the React-strap, okay? This also just straightforward, and this success and warning whatsoever. Yeah, danger, danger. Okay, of course, you have to just change it there. I can see that. This instead success, everybody likes success, right? No, who doesn't? And this is the button info. Yeah. Now let's, if you remember when we start, I think we installed also this React Moment. Moment, where are you? Yes, let's import Moment. In addition to Moment, there is good React Moment, such a lovely name, Moment NPM. This is how you just search and go and see the documentation, and also how to install, how many people did download this. Yeah, about 177, good enough. So it's popular, right? So you just copy this and install. npm I is the shortcut for install. Then what you should do is actually you come here again, because you need actually both Moment and npm install React Moment. Yes. Then how do we use it? So you have to have a documentation over here. This is how you import Moment from React Moment. I can copy this, by the way, and put it in one of my file in the main or wherever you want to use it. So I imported this. And then again, let me see. For instance, this is the time. This is the time format, right? This time is not a very kind of good time format, and you have to format it. So I may show you an example here. Yeah, so let's see this, for instance. This could be date format. Now this is good. This is really good to notice, okay? We can do it here and you can just see it. As you can see, moment, you have the component, you called it, and what format do you want it to be? Year, month, and day. And this data will be rendered. But where does this data comes from? It comes from date object. As you can see, it's formatted to a proper way. Most probably, you can also change it to the European way, for instance, 1904 and a year. If you want to change it that way, I think what you should do is first a day, and then a month, and then a year. So you will have a European way of, yeah, as you can see, in 1904. And maybe you may need a time, maybe the time sometimes HH, small minute. As you can see now, so the time, I got also the time stamp. So as you can see that HH is hour, MM is minute. So why small? Because capital MM has been already used. But how do you know this formatting? Do you have to remember? No. I told you already, in the moment, you can use a different time format. 10 years ago, for instance, this is the kind of a moment that will help us to calculate how many years ago was this time. Yeah, maybe if you see the format I wrote it now, if you see moment, and then if you pass the time here, and then from now. So this, the from now, is actually helps you to calculate the time. But in, let me see, date. Yeah, so in React, it's that is in pure JavaScript, and this, as you can see, now we can make use of this component, and I will show you what you may get. As you can see, this is start date or just the date. So maybe this time has to come from somewhere. Format this and trim duration from now. For instance, let's just the new date. If it takes an object, moment is not defined here because we don't have moment now. We have React moment, okay? Where did I render my time? Let me just add separation, a break. 0, 0, because as you can see, this the what is this? The starting is from now, so it's better to find another time. I'm not sure if it takes as in a string. Let me just pass this time as in a string, and if it's parse it. As you can see, 395. What is this? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what we got there, but let me see what it gave us. Date, the starting time.
It calculates hour, minute, and seconds.
Yes, but from starting from when? because the year we have is actually 1976, right?
But the format says hour, minutes, seconds.
Yes, our it says the format duration from now. Let me just I have no idea. I have never used that. That's this one is just the format, as you can see. This an hour and a minute and a second. Let's see trim duration from now. Yeah, actually.
Maybe if we change the time format to day, year, then it should change.
Hours, these are hours, yeah. Now, yeah, what is this actually is the number of the total hours from 1976. From 1976 up to now, from this amount of hours and minute and second. And if you refresh, it continues. Yeah, that's because this takes, as you can see, the starting time and the format to change it for you. And yeah, but if we change it to another format, this is from now, let me see. I think the from now could work also. No, it should. Yeah, as you can see, I just removed the other part, the date. This is the date, and even we don't need this, the trimming part. What we need is from now. What's the from now, from this date to now? As you can see, it's 45 years ago. Yeah, so now as you can see, I don't even remember them. What do? I have to go here and see the different formats. Yeah, so that is actually reading documentation. Now you know how to use this time. What you should know is just be aware that there is a time package that allows you to do different time formats. As you can see, you can have the PM and the AM and all the different things. Yeah. Great. I think let me check what we planned to cover. That's most important. React Router, we have covered a third-party package. We saw Bootstrap, Moment, Material, Semantic UI, and maybe we discussed about this. Let's destroy what we have covered. And Bootstrap has been covered. Moment.js, last time we had a problem to install Sass, but it's very important. Let me try today. Not npm install. Okay, maybe I think I have to the latest version. I may get it. So here you can also search from here. Okay, Sass npm. But I think it's better Sass. Yeah, and then you come here. As you can see, 4 million just in this way, quite a lot. But it looks different. Not Sass. Still quite a lot, as you can see. And this is how we install, copy, and it just came here. And I think we don't have to import it like that, and we should access it without importing like this. Yeah. Now, what I like about the semantic UI, yeah, the semantic UI really gives you beautiful UIs out of the books. And also the code is so easy to copy, something like this. And in the meantime, actually, let's install that, also see some of the functionalities you get. So the way you install it, and npm install semantic UI. And so you have to use npm. I don't see where it's it. Npm no gulp. Even you can go to their GitHub and see how most of the time every website should have something documentation there. Okay. In the meantime, let's do this also. Today, now before we do anything, let's see if the node Sass here has been installed yet. It is here, and let's see. To write CSS, then let's change this to Sass. Then if it works as CSS, this is how you write instead of CSS, as CSS. And then of course we have to change also the name of the file. Yes, if it still works, then I think we have a problem again this time. This is very good. Node version 6.02 is incompatible with yeah, this is the problem we had. So let's see if there's a solution. So as you can see, other people also had a problem, and let's see what the solution could be. Someone asked, and there are responses here: an uninstall, npm install, or yeah. So what I should do is this step, because it worked for 869. That's why they liked it, and it should work for us too. This is how you uninstall, and we have to install this specific version that
it's like doesn't work last time.
I'm not sure because we were a bit in a hurry. So
okay.
Yes, I have to. Okay, well, do not install Node.js yet. Okay, and someone's also again, as you can see, but what's the difference between 4141? It's the same thing. Okay, uninstalling is also takes some time. When you develop an application, how much % of your code will be part of the application? When you develop an application, how much % of your code will be?
At least 80%. 80%.
80% your code.
I think less.
Or what? I don't understand it.
So do you think your 80% of the code will be what you wrote?
80
Yeah,
0.
80, yes, I got you. Yeah, 80%, yeah. But I would say it's too much. Most probably it's the other way around.
Maybe 50.
Yeah, about 20% of the code you would be written by you. The rest will be just different packages of just connecting together. Yeah, so that means you don't write pure things. So that's not how it works. I think this time what we had is actually we were not able to install it. Yeah, it was a problem of installing the npm uninstall. Okay. So let me see. Even I can remove it manually and install this. But after you did that, you should also check it, what kind of version you installed. Remember, don't undermine the solution you get on Stack Overflow. It's really important. It's really important. I used to undermine it, like it seems just random. So I mean, solution there, but any solution you get helped quite a lot of people to do their assignments, to solve their problems. Yeah. Maybe I can share with you some of the yes, we'll talk about this. And in case if you don't know where to go, this is the Reactstrap, this is the Reactstrap. And of course, you know Bootstrap website, so I don't have to share with that. And you know, this is going to be your playground. You will come here now and then if you are developing anything related to JavaScript and Node, okay? Probably, and of course, Stack Overflow will be your best friend. Oh, I think that's not a good idea, closing that, but it's okay. Express you will use if you start then backend. As you can see, this is still running. I think we didn't close it, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think we closed it already. Still npm. And this is actually styled component. It is really becoming very popular. I will recommend you also to check it out, styled component. So it's a bit different from Bootstrap. And Semantic UI, as I showed you, there's lots of good when you just go to the components. I think this Reactstrap. When you just go to the different components, you get started. Where was I? I was in. Yeah, you do when you just scroll, you can, for instance, this, you get just such kind of a beautiful drop down. Yeah, drop down, just and to where can you got the code? The code is also okay. Let me see, where do I get the code? Not there. Usually it's next to there. For instance, let me see it is. Yeah, now you see this, then you click on here, source code, and you take the code. Usually it's somewhere like this. Yeah, so I like it somehow. Have you seen such kind of things instead of you. For instance, this looks like somehow a GitHub social media. Have you seen? So nice. How you just get a copy of this code and you will have a very beautiful thing. I think I really recommend you this Semantic UI. The reason why I recommend you, it's straightforward to make and yeah, it's good one. Okay, let me see this. We couldn't manage to install this for some reason. Why? I can't understand. Why? Okay, let me see what is that. Sometimes I don't like the error I get it from PowerShell. Or is it still installing or what? No, if it stucks, I can open another. Yeah, what's the version? Problem. What the other did, because this is really important, you need it at some point. Yeah, some people also report such kind of a problem on GitHub, and there is an ongoing conversation, and that's also another way of getting new information. What's happening here? But in the meantime, is it? No, it didn't work. So let's see. Yeah, the Sass loader requires a node Sass 4 or 5. Yeah, okay, you should be able to update Sass loader. Then I think okay, this guy as a dev dependency, he used node Sass, as in just node Sass. Let's do it. Npm install node Sass, just what we had. The reason why we stick is because sometimes this definitely will happen in where you work project. So you should know also how to solve your problem. It takes some time, so that's why we are going out of time. Okay, then he said that as a dev dependency, he installed this Sass loader. So I have to install that at the same time while that is running in another, maybe here. We can just stop this. Okay, npm install this dev as dev dependency, because this is just not part of the application, but for us to help us load the CSS. And now, as you can see, I'm running different installing different applications at the same time. So let's just give it some time. Okay. And yeah, so after you do such kind of a problem, you may need to remove this, the node package, and you should install again. And that's common problem, and we should do it. It's good for you to see. It happened to me, and you have a chance to see that. Remove ref node module. I'm removing it. And in the meantime, I have also removed this one because this keeps the previous version of the packages we installed. Yeah. Yes, we have removed. Then again, npm install. This might take longer time because now we are installing all the npm all over again. Okay, let's just give it some time. But guys, after this, some tiny solutions you may get some whenever we want to some features to implement. You may use this my repos. You may search like React, and then you may check this the React Spring, the examples. For instance, how to implement this React Daytime. I think it's a kind of a project we did at some point. And if you see, for instance, today is June 3, and it says evening, Sabine. And in the afternoon, it will be different, okay? In the afternoon, it's different. In the morning, it's different. The background will change. And the person also change, as if this is someone's computer, right? I think the name also changed, as you can see. Now it's randomly coming. And another thing, what I may suggest you, 30 days of React. I put most of the projects here. So practice them step. Do some of the projects are here. The JSX, still JSX, maybe functional components and functional components. Functional components, still I think mapping, and still just mapping, yeah, and mapping. And then here state, and then learning about state. Conditional rendering, it's not there. And this is event handling. And React form, we have learned it, but it's not here. And there's this, the cut API. We've been using this cut API yesterday with the data analysis group. And if you see that this the cat API, for instance, it just takes you to the cats. Yeah, so different cats in this world, especially if you are a cat lover, you can just develop this challenge yourself. So this is good enough projects to get a job, by the way, if you implement all those things by yourself. And if you, let me just get back and see what's happening. It's not yet ready, so we have to wait there. I have seen very good feedback about 30 days of React or 30 days of JavaScript. They tried others, but it was hard to. I think I see it in JavaScript, but only HTML. Okay. It's possible to make it work by adding extensions. Yeah, sometimes when some extensions doesn't work for me, I don't struggle here because I go with time. There's a way to fix that. Yeah, there are lots of things which doesn't work sometimes when I am doing the teaching, so I just ignore those kind of. Now let's see if it starts working again, based on the solution, but I think it's not anymore running. So let's start npm start. Yes. We just follow these people's conversation around. I have downgraded to version 5. I will let you know if I encounter any issues. Yes. Oh yeah, so we managed to solve our problem. Now the beauty is like whenever you write, where is it? Here you go here. Now as you can see, it's, yeah. Now the problem is actually you can write a div, and if you have something inside P, like you can do this. If you have something span inside, you can write something like this. This is the power of color rate. Okay, now I will show you an example for this. Of course, this is not a CSS class, but it's good to show. Maybe if I have some div here, and then I may have a p, I love span JavaScript. So we're expecting the JavaScript to be red because as you have seen the way I wrote it, go to the div, and inside the div, go to the p, and then there's the span. Have you seen? It's very powerful. So I also recommend you to start using this. And you can also declare actually like color, and you can say, for instance, green. Have you seen? Once if you declare it at the top, you can see, you can make use of that declaration. Then you can say color. You can just call it a color. This color, yeah. Yeah, I think I just forgot Sass variables. Calling the variables. Yes. Yeah, we should call it with this. And I forgot also this. Yeah, as you can see, it's green. You may say color, maybe instead text color, text color, background color. And so for any background color, it's going to be maybe gray. And then you may background, then it's not that one. This should be background. Oh no, background. We have to have semicolon. We have to wait there for some time. What? So I think we do something wrong.
Text color, it's text color. Text, its name, variable's name.
Yeah, we named it, well, we renamed it. So I forgot to make that text color now. Yeah, so you got the idea. I think documentation for that, this is really powerful. It really increases your chance of getting the job. And even to teach this, as I had to prepare for that, I haven't been using for some time. But it's really powerful. You just declare variables like this, and even you can have functions. You can make functions, mixins. It's really, really, really powerful tool. Yeah, I think let's wrap up this lesson for today. Material UI, but of course, if you maybe, I think the last thing we may check is going to be semantic UI. As I showed you, you don't have to remember everything. Semantic UI, and it will give you. Yeah, even it's specific for React. Semantic UI React. Yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, Amazon, Netflix, and Microsoft, they are also using it. What it matters the most is not this, but this number matters the most. It's not really high, but it's okay. I can copy and just make use, and let's see. Then in the meantime, you should see how to make use of this, because you have to read the documentation. The semantic UI, the React semantic UI, it seems not very popular. Just the semantic UI itself, this is just somehow for me very popular than that one. I think those are two different things. Yeah. So there are lots of similar things, guys. So you have to be also aware of that. This is just the native semantic UI. I can install both. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really hurt me much. Okay, that's already done. I think that's the fibs. And let's do semantic UI and the React one. Yes, so we go here, the documentation, and now, for instance, if we want to implement some inputs, beautiful inputs, so far I don't see very beautiful. Maybe I can see loaders, because last time when we have been loading the country, we didn't use a loader. You know, we could have used such kind of a loader that our application is about to be loaded. For instance, this is just, you can copy the code and make use of a kind of a component. Even you can change that to a component, yeah, and I call this a loader. Yes. And RSCF loader, but since I have already a code here, I can just make use of, as you can see, this should be changed to class name. And now you're just done. I think I was expecting for my ESLint to format it, but it didn't. So now just what you do is actually import this. I can import it here somehow. Loader. And then I have to go to see. Yeah, because I have to wait for some time until the installation. But let me see if it's installed. I think we had a problem to install the semantic UI again, so we have to do some workaround. So since we are running out of time and it's not important, you can fix it the same way I did for the node, the Sass or the node Sass. So it's just okay. But there will be a solution to fix it. As you can see, it's just say loading, but if it was properly working, it should navigate. Of course, Bootstrap has already navigation. You can use also the Bootstrap navigation. Bootstrap loader. If you go see, because since we, or maybe spinner, Bootstrap. Spinners, yeah, such kind of spinners. So if I just take this name and since our what was the loader? Yeah. So just let's see what we have here in common. Yeah, I can just add this here. and it should start loading, most probably the spinning. I don't know, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm expecting. Oh yeah, that's funny. Have you seen? But that's not what you want. So it doesn't need any kind of something like this. So I think just this is good enough. So there's 100 ways of doing the same thing. It's good enough to stop the recording and the lesson here for today.